Ow! I don't understand why we've got slotted screws here in some places too. What the heck? That lump right there is cement. Welcome to Retired for Life. I'm your host, Brian. I retired a few years ago after 30 years in a factory job as a machinist in a millwright. I needed to rediscover what life could really be like. When we purchased this property, the house had stood empty for over a year, and the property had been badly ravaged by poor logging practices. Since my retirement, I've been working to renovate the home and restore the surrounding forest to its natural beauty and attract wildlife back to the property. Join me as I learn about nature and working with wood to create the backdrop for this new chapter of our lives. All right, folks, we are back here in the entranceway after a little bit of badly needed tractor time. So we've got some material on the way here. Now I went to, probably a mistake, I went to a big box store to order the floor, and they told me, yeah, no problem, 3-day delivery. So a week and a half later, I still don't know exactly where my flooring is. I haven't been able to track it down. The big box store has been no help. I managed to find out what company it was that was shipping it, and they told me, yes, it's on a truck. Well, it's been on that truck for a while. Anyway, now I also went in and got the door ordered. I've left it longer than I should have, but I think the timing is going to work out just fine. And instead of going to a big box store, I went to the local Home Hardware and talked with their door expert there. He walked me through everything that I needed to know, helped me pick the right door, made sure things were the right orientation and the right size and that kind of thing. And that door is on order, and it should be here next week, and that's great. So that did give me the information I need for the rough opening size. Now, I'm right on the width of this, but the opening here is too high. So I need to take this door out and do a little bit of rework on the opening to get it down to the right height, which means more drywall work. Oh boy. But before I start that, I've got a little task on the other side here. I'm going to turn around and show you. So this is the entranceway going into the rec room. At one point in time, as I think I might have mentioned before, this used to be an outside door. So this wall here is really, it's over a foot wide here. And there used to be a door in here. Now the door jamb is still here, and the spot where the hinges were and that kind of thing is still here. Now I want to take out the door jamb and clean up the door frame kind of thing and repaint it and put some caulking in here to fill in these gaps and that type of thing, just to tidy it up. So that's what we're going to tackle first. Now there's little plugs in here, so I'm hoping that it might be fairly simple to pop these plugs out and take screws out, which I'm assuming is under these plugs, take the screws out and get this door jamb out of the way. So let's see what we can do with that. So you can see I've got a gap here that I need to fill, and here are the plugs that are in this door jamb. So we're going to pop those out. All right, let's try to get this top one out here. Oh, there it is. I believe that's just a Robertson screw there. Let's try to pop this first one out. Big long screw. It seemed it was pretty much stripped anyway. All right, so we're gonna work away at that. I'm gonna get the rest of these plugs out and we'll see how easy this thing comes off. Well, the plugs are all out, but this isn't moving very easily as of yet. Yeah, this is what I didn't want to have happen. I'm not sure what else is holding this in place. So we're gonna go out to the shop and get one of my small pry bars and try to take this out without damaging the frame too much. I'm not sure. I think there's brad nails or something in this. It's doing damage to the frame I was hoping I could avoid. Well, here we come. Yeah, all right. Yeah, there was some, not brad nails, but finishing nails in this. It looks like there was some glue holding it in place as well. These walls are just so crooked and wavy. This wall bows out and bows back in again as it goes up, and it's on an angle. Wow, it's just crazy. All right, we'll keep going at this. I'll get these next two out and see what kind of shape we're in once they're out. Ow! This one is really glued in here. Boy. This is making a real mess. Ah, crap. Boy. Shit. Look at that. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to, that's for sure. As has shown to be the case with every step of renovating this house, there's something weird underneath every board. I'm gonna take this off now. I mean, if I'm cutting 2 boards, I might as well cut 3. Well, there you go. All right, we'll get all of this cleaned up, take some measurements here, and get our new pieces cut up for this. Ah, man. It's all part of the fun. All right, so we've got that all out and cleaned up. Now I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. So I have got 4 3/4 space, and this is a 1/2 inch deep kind of thing. So what I want is to clean up this edge. So what I'm gonna do is I've got some 6-inch pine out there. I'm gonna cut that to a finished width of about 5 3/4. And then I'm gonna put a step in it, a 1/2 inch deep, so that the pine comes out past this edge just a bit, 1/2 inch or so. And it gives me a nice, tidy, clean edge. I got the wood, so, you know, let's play with it, see what we can do. And while I have got this off, let me show you something else really weird with this place. I don't understand why we've got slotted screws here in some places too. Anyway, so here's our wall, just outside our door. Drywall. Yep, drywall. Okay, no big surprise there. And you get up to this lump. What the heck? That lump right there is cement. Go figure. There are so many weird things about this place that I just can't keep up with it all. All right, we're gonna go cut our boards and start working on doing that, getting a nice finished surface on the outside and cutting a step in them to go over this edge. Look at this, I love this. I just got a package in from Amazon of something I ordered. I saw this, couldn't figure out what it was. Reach inside this package. There's what I ordered. That is the only item in this package. There was lots of room. All right, folks, let's get some boards out. I have some 6-inch wide boards here. I'm pretty sure we should be able to find 3 boards that will do what we want. Let's see what we can dig out. All right, there's what we want. There are 3 very nice looking boards there. Let's get these into the shop. All right, there we go. So we've got our 3 pieces. They look quite nice. Next, we're going to run them through the planer before we cut them to width. All right, so we ended up with a width of 5 5/8. And let's see, our piece needs to end up, the piece that fits down into the slot that the old boards came out of needs to end up at 4 3/8. So that gives us a reasonable amount of overhang. All right, folks, we are going to try it with our short piece first, the upper piece. So it's going to take 2 cuts to do this. I'm taking it to full depth, and then we'll have to reset and take a second cut. Okay, we're good. So it's quite rough along the edge here, but it did cut. It did break away a little bit on this edge as well. I'm not crazy about that. Okay, so we need to make an adjustment to go a little bit deeper. All right, we're going to take a slightly smaller cut this time and see how it works. That's much smoother. Yeah, that went way smoother. I was just trying to take too much. So we're going to go in, double check what my length should be. Then we'll cut this, take it in, and see how it works. So to test fit this, there's the piece that I cut off of the end of the upper board here. So it's got the step and everything in it. So this will show us what this is going to look like. All right, so you can see there's like a ragged edge here. Now, when you put door trim on, you often will put another piece of trim on the edge kind of thing. So this is to kind of do it all in one piece. Oh yeah, look at that. The depth is perfect. That's nice. Okay, I think that's going to work really good. Yeah, you see how it covers up the ragged edge. There's no gap there or anything. Okay, that's excellent. I'm very pleased with that. Well, as I look at these, I see something that kind of surprises me. This is a door frame, and it's made of 2 pieces. And they're crooked. I mean, this is on an angle that way, and the other's on an angle the other way. And it's the same over on this side. I just, I don't understand it. And then there's these strange screws. There's 3 of them across the top here with a slot head, tapered slot head. I don't know what they're about, but holy mackerel. Let's get our 2 long boards going and get them done. So I'll put you guys in time lapse and we'll get through this.
Turkey tail on the mushroom stump. I got my knife and sack, gonna harvest a bunch. Mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump. get my ladder and bring it to my baby. Mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump.
Well, there's all three of our boards with, I think you call that a rabbit that's cut in there, or a rebate. But it's our undercut anyway for the trim. All right, folks, we've got our three pieces just about ready. I have to notch the corners yet and that type of thing in order to get everything to fit in. So I'm so far pleased with how this looks. It's going to take a little bit of shimming and that kind of thing as usual to get these things properly in place, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, what I want to do is do a quick run down to Bowmore and have a look at what's going on down there. The weather has been really warm. It's actually around 18 degrees Celsius here right now, and a lot of the snow is gone. It just vanished really quickly. We had a very heavy rain a couple of days ago. That helped wash a lot of it away. So let's go down and see how things look at Bowmore. Well, there's the new service road there. Things are clearing up. So we're in the equipment yard here now. All right, let's go for a little walk from here. So the equipment yard looks good. We didn't get too much snow in here because of the tree cover. And there's the floor for Bowmore right there. So the snow is disappearing off of that. There's still a surprising amount of snow down here. I'm a bit surprised at how much there is. So this section we're on here is where we put in the corduroy road piece to help keep out the mud. There's the trench we dug for allowing the water to come down the stream. And boy, it's flowing down there pretty good. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff in front of the pipe. So I'm going to clean that out here. Let's look at the other end of this pipe. Yeah, it's really coming out. And running down to the marsh. So that's doing a really good job. I'm pleased with that. Let's look a little bit farther down. So there is Dragon's Back Hill, and you can't see anything here yet. This area is where we dug the ditch going across here to help carry the water away coming down Dragon's Back Hill. And this is where we will put our bridge in later on, but that probably won't be until well into the summer kind of thing. I want all of this to dry thoroughly before we start coming down here doing too much. All right, well, I'm pleased with how that's working. That looks good. Well, we won't take the time today, but we'll have to get back up and follow this stream up and over and get up to the Coliseum and have a look up there. Oh, what the heck, let's go up now. All right, we're gonna see if we can get around the stream here. Get uphill and see if we can have a look at what's going on in the Colosseum. I don't have my big boots on, which I should for this. So I dug this years ago here, following what was an already existing natural stream, but was just kind of blocked by erosion and stuff. All right, this is not too bad. There's a lot of water here, but it is draining. And this basin catches the water with the melt that's coming down off of 3 different ridge lines that all come together here. So there is a lot of meltwater coming down. Okay, let's get back to Bowmore. Well, it's good to see things melting. It's good to see the surface of Bowmore starting to show up. But I've got more work to do. I've got to finish that entranceway before I come down and start fooling around here. Plus, I've got work on the outside of the house to do. We've got more siding work to do. This is going to take a while before it's dried up enough that we can do anything. But it's looking pretty good. Yeah. Things are draining away reasonably well down there. And we're making decent progress in the entranceway. But I am going to take a week or so off. Sarah and I are going to take off for a little bit, have a holiday. We're not going very far. We're heading out to a cottage that we rented up north a little ways. It should be a nice break. I've been told I don't know how to take breaks or vacations. So I've also been told I can't bring any tools with me. We're going to be out in the bush in a cottage, and I thought, well, maybe just the electric chainsaw. And no, I don't think that's going to work either. Anyway, it will be a week of rest and relaxation. The place we're going has got a hot tub and a sauna in it, and that's going to be a real treat. So we're just going to sit around, relax, probably visit the local towns a little bit, and just not worry about anything. So I will see you folks in about a week's time, and then we'll just pick things back up and keep on going. So it'll be nice to get away and have a little break. And yes, I am actually going to take a break. So once again, thanks very much for coming along on this. We are making progress in the entranceway. It's looking pretty good. Any thoughts, suggestions, anything like that, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I've gotten a couple of really good pointers from a few of my subscribers. I appreciate that very much. And it's helpful because, as you guys know, I'm learning about this stuff now as I go. And that's what helps make it interesting and sometimes frustrating. All right, folks, so remember to stay safe out there, be good to each other, and we will see you out on the trails the next time. It's just about warm enough we can come down here and do a cookout. I'm gonna have to borrow Tucker.